So going into last night's Raw, there was a lot of questions on if WWE was actually going to address the situation that happened this past Friday on SmackDown when The Rock basically came out and took from Cody Rhodes his WrestleMania main event, in which he earned by winning this year's Royal Rumble. So the speculation has been going on all throughout the weekend. I've been covering it here on this channel. A lot of people have been covering it. A lot of people feel like Cody Rhodes was done very, very wrong by TKO in particular, because it seemed like Triple H wanted to take creative in a different direction. However, with The Rock coming in, now part of the board of directors, he now has a certain pull within the company that even Triple H cannot overturn if he wanted to, because now The Rock has more power in creative than Triple H. A lot of people are saying that this is a Hulk Hogan move. Hulk Hogan has done this plenty of times in the past, especially with Bret Hart, and more importantly with Jeff Jarrett and Booker T at Bash at the Beach. So last night was WWE Raw, and it was kind of curious going in to see what the fan reaction was going to be, because a lot of people at the SmackDown event was cheering for The Rock. However, you go on social media and YouTube and all that, and it was being just booed by everybody. Like, people were just losing their mind all across Twitter. It was trending. We want Cody. The clip of this video of The Rock and Roman was one of the most downvoted videos in WWE history. So it was kind of weird seeing the SmackDown reaction, because I think those fans were just kind of like, oh my God, it's The Rock. But the outside world kind of let it sink in. So with the We Want Cody trending and a lot of people coming out in support of Cody, wrestlers that are currently on the WWE roster, wrestlers, former wrestlers from WWE, legends, different people like Eric Bischoff, so many different people coming out in support of Cody Rhodes. It was kind of curious to see what the reaction of the fans were going to be on Raw, and we had our answer, because there was tons of Rocky sucks and We Want Cody chants. And Cody, I really give Cody all the props in the world. This guy, he looks like he looks like he doesn't want to be a part of this, like all the drama. He just wants to finish some story. He's been the workhorse for the company for 2 years now. Maybe not the workhorse, but he worked his butt off, right? Like going in, wrestling Seth Rollins with a torn pec. This guy has really kind of like given it his all. And for him to have that moment taken away from him by someone who is in the outside world like The Rock, who doesn't come back often, and then he just wants to kind of take the limelight for himself. He did this very similar in the movie world with the DC Cinematic Universe. He went over there with the DCEU and he tried to control everything. Wanted to make Black Adam, who is a third-rate character he's a third-rate villain of a third-rate character. Shazam is a third-rate character, and they wanted to take his villain and make him the end-all be-all in the DCEU, and it backfired. The movie lost tons of money. Then you had him come out with Oprah and trying to beg people for money for donations. So The Rock has kind of been on some hard times lately with fans, because he's kind of like pushing his power around, and he does the same thing here on WWE. After years of buildup and everything, he just comes in out of nowhere. He takes the spot in board of directors, and he just takes Cody's moment away from him, and fans resent that. Fans have been following this storyline for years now. Now, I don't think people don't want to see Rock versus Roman. Hey, look, I want to see that match. I don't want to see it at the expense of Cody Rhodes. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it taken away from Cody Rhodes in order to make this match. I want to see the Cody versus Roman match, and then after that, then The Rock can come in and be like, you know what? We have another matter to attend to, and that is the title of head of the table. And then you can build up to next year's WrestleMania. And for people that's saying that WrestleMania is going to sell out so much more because The Rock is involved, they already sold over 50,000 tickets before The Rock was even announced for this thing, right? WWE has been doing great business lately, and The Rock being in there, that's not going to affect it whatsoever. So after last night Raw, I want to get into last night's Raw because there's a lot of stuff, especially on Twitter, some recent events going on, like what's the latest news, and then what's going on with Raw with the fan reaction. Seth Rollins coming out trying to crack Cody Rhodes to get that match, and that's all going to be in story. But Cody's reaction when the fans start chanting "Rocky sucks," I think is priceless, right? Because I don't think anybody really thought that the fans would turn on The Rock. The Rock certainly didn't think the fans would turn on him. But when you come in and you start taking the shine away from other people, it's very, very important for Cody to beat Roman. It's very, very important for several reasons. One, it finishes that story that they've been trying to tell for 2 years. Two, it makes Cody the next guy in line. It's more important, right? When you have someone who's undefeated, that first guy that beats them is the one that's going to be very, very important. That's the next guy to carry that torch, carry this company for the next few years, next 5 to 10 years, if not longer. It's very, very important. But the fans' reaction really, really shocked me. I'm glad that the fans reacted the way they did. I think more and more fans need to react this way when they go to the events and just show TKO that they can't bully their way in. The Rock came in and absolutely bullied his way in. Now, from what I understand, reading a lot of these different things from PW Insider and Frightful and all that, from what I understand, that according to Dave Meltzer, that The Rock signed a contract on January 3rd to be a part of TKO board of directors. Within that contract, he was guaranteed a WrestleMania main event for $30 million. That was part of the contract. So you could take that however you want. Triple H was still telling his story, but they knew The Rock was going to be in the main event. I don't think anybody really kind of expected the backlash that we saw. So going into last night's show, and see if any of the news changed today, I went over to Twitter, and PW Insider and Frightful both are kind of saying the same thing right now, that The Rock is 100% going to be performing at WrestleMania 40. There is no scenario where The Rock is not going to wrestle Roman. That's coming from Frightful. PW Insider said pretty much the same thing, that despite all the boos and everything that happened last night, that doesn't change any of the scenario where The Rock will not be wrestling. PW Insider told sources that The Rock will 100% be performing at WrestleMania 40. So it doesn't look like anything that happened last night is going to change anyone at TKO's decision on this whole thing, which is really kind of crazy how this doesn't change anything. It just doesn't change. It doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you, in my point of view. I think they need to continue the story. You could have The Rock involved, but put him in a Mike Tyson situation where he's the special enforcer. He doesn't need to be the guy, make it a triple threat, do something, but I really don't like the idea of The Rock bullying his way into this match and just completely, absolutely screwing over Cody Rhodes. And not only screwing over Cody Rhodes, but screwing over you, screwing over me, and screwing over every wrestling fan that has been following this story for the past 2 years. The fact that this guy can go over and he tries to bully his way into movies like DC and try to bully his way to try to make himself the top guy over there, and then he tries to bully people. He didn't try to bully people into donating for the Hawaii donations and whatnot, but just the fact that he is so out of touch with what normal people are. Like people work hard every single day for money. We don't have money to donate to this. If we did, we would. This dude has millions and millions and millions of dollars, and he's asking other people to donate. There was a lot of backlash against that Maui fund, right? And there's a lot of backlash now with what he did to Cody Rhodes last Friday. It's absolutely ludicrous. It's ridiculous. It's every other kind of word you want to throw in the dictionary, asinine, whatever you want to throw in. The Rock screwed Cody Rhodes. He absolutely screwed Cody Rhodes. And not only did he screw Cody Rhodes, he screwed you. He screwed me. There are a few people out there that want to see the match. Congratulations. I hope you guys enjoy this match. You go see this senior citizen guy who wrestles part-time like once every 5 to 10 years. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope his dentures don't fall out, you know. Hopefully he, levels up on the prunes before he comes out and fights Roman Reigns. But I don't want to see this. I really don't. And not only that, it sickens me how this is sort of like a WCW move, or a move that we saw in the early 90s from the WWF. Like how these old timers come in and just take the shine away from these younger guys, and I don't like it. There are a few people out there that think that this is a work. This is absolutely a work. They're working everybody. I seen it on Twitter. People are like, man, this is a work, and you guys are falling for it 100%. There's no way this is a work. No way this is a work. There is no scenario in which The Rock comes out to wrestle Roman Reigns and he's like, you know what's going to be really awesome? We're going to work this whole thing. We're going to work the crowd, and we want the crowd to boo and say Rocky sucks. There's no scenario with The Rock's ego. This dude has a massive ego. Look at this dude's head. His ego is as big as his head, right? There's no way in any scenario with his ego that The Rock comes out and goes, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to screw over Cody, screw over the fans, and the fans are going to love it because I am The Rock. There's no scenario where he does that and go, yes, I want to be booed. I want this to happen. I want to be the most hated person. I want to be trending for 72 hours throughout the weekend. We want Cody. Like, there's no scenario that is a work. Now, with that said, after everything that happened on SmackDown and the backlash that did happen, it is possible that they saw those events, right? And they course corrected into a work. Take something that is not working, it backfired. You're seeing the backlash. Fans aren't liking it. Now you can course correct. Yes, maybe The Rock is going to perform, right? PW Insider, so many different people are reporting this, right? Maybe this is going to happen, but maybe they're going to do some kind of situation, right, to put Cody over in this whole process, right? Maybe they can take this shoot and turn it into a work. But for all those people that said this was a work from day one, you are 100% wrong. I don't know what planet you live in. You might be one of those flat earthers, because there's no scenario where this was 100% at work the entire time. So anyway, guys, that was a lot of stuff to get to. I'm going to keep monitoring this situation as we find out more. We're probably going to learn more tomorrow. Thursday is the big day. It's the press conference for WrestleMania. We're going to learn a lot on that day, and we're just going to move forward and see what happens. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a massive favor. Smash that thumbs up button because it helps out a lot. Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you so much for watching.